here we are. So we're gonna get started with this workout, but first, we're gonna go through some coaching cues on a few exercises. So today we're gonna focus on the squat and on the hip extension. And we're gonna do a few in a couple different ways. So then you have options. We love options. So first off, for our squat. For the squat, you wanna start with your feet a little wider than shoulder width. You can have the toes pointing slightly out, but you don't want them all the way turned out. So they should be basically in line with your hips. The weight is going to be through the heels. You do want a little weight on your toes, so the easiest way to do that to make sure you have the best alignment is to wiggle your toes. Just wiggle the toes. That'll put 70% of the weight on your heels, 30% on the front of your foot near the balls of the feet. So we're wiggling our toes. We're going to start with our chest up, nice and tall, and first movement is to sit the hips back. All right, so we're going to keep the chest up. For right now, let's just take a body weight. So we're going to sit the hips back. We're going to go down until we're about parallel to the ground, mid-thigh or top of the quad, and then we're going to come up. Knees always stay out. Weight always stays on the heel, chest always stays up. So if you want to do it along with me at home, wiggle the toes, chest up, we're going to sit back. You can put the arms out in front for balance, and then stand up. From the side, this is what it looks like. Hips back, down to our chair, and then up. And when you're at the top, make sure everything comes up nice and straight. You don't need to hyperextend. We're just coming back to neutral. So we're going to sit back, stand up. So that's the basic body weight squat. If you're somebody whose knees start to cave in, you want to think about pushing out. If you have a little ankle band that's about that big, you can throw the band on your knees and that'll cue your body to push out against it. Otherwise, we're going to create some problems and some instabilities. You always want to push those knees out. So that's level one for our back squat, or for our squat. In our second series today, we're going to do a single leg squat, and there's a few ways you can do this. Single leg squats are great for building our glute strength and protecting our knees. We always want to work on knee stability, and a lot of knee stability actually comes from your hips. So if you're someone who has knees that dive in when you do a lot of things, or when you're walking, or when you land, especially if you're an athlete who jumps and your knees cave in, that can put you at risk for some injuries. So we always want to strengthen our glutes, and that helps control that knee. So one way to start doing it, so I'm going to show you body weight single leg squat, and then I'm going to show you a couple variations to build up to doing that. So here we go. I'm going to stand at the side. I'm going to be a few inches away from my chair because we want to give our knee plenty of room, and we want to sit back into that chair just like we did on our double leg squat. So one leg's going to be out front or next to you. It's just kind of hanging there. That's not the important part. So we're going to sit back to our chair, and then we're going to stand up. We're going to sit back and then stand up. Now, if you're not quite there, there's two ways to do this. We can either sit down with one leg and stand up with two legs, or we can use some assistance to help us. So the first way, we'll stand on that one leg, little distance away from your chair. We're going to sit back, one leg. We're going to put the other foot down. We're going to stand up with two. So we're going to sit back, put down that other foot, stand up with two. All right, the other way we can do it is if you have anything like a belt, a strap, if you're at a gym and there's some bands, basically grab something and attach it, either slam that belt on a door, tie a nice some cording or a rope to some kind of upright in your house. I actually took this from our storage area, and it's actually used. It's one of those tie downs you use when you're tying down things on your roof. So I'm just going to hold this band. I'm going to set up a few inches, and then I'm going to give myself a little assistance. So I'm using my arms to assist me as I go down, and then I'm gonna pull up with my arms. So I can gauge this. If I need a lot of help, I can really pull hard with my arms to keep my core engaged as well. And then a lot of resistance, I'm using my arms for a lot of help on the way up. Or I can kind of just use it as a guide and just keep it nice and relaxed and then pull when I need it. So 2 ways to do that. So that is our squatting movement. So there's a couple other ways to do it as well, but those are the 2 ways we're going to go over today.